So welcome to the 24th of May at Gasper Cottage, which was Bank Holiday Monday. The rose is still looking great and most of them are still out, some have gone over. But as you look along the front, things are starting to bulk out. That wonderful deep geranium, it's just a fantastic colour. It's got these really deep centres. When it catches the light, it just glows. And as you come round the corner, the morning light streams in underneath the silver birch and just catches the tops of this grass, creates a really incredible sensation of movement and light. And as you come round, the eye is drawn to the view out to the orchard, where in the morning light there's this misty haze, truly a magical effect. And the peacock looks fantastic. As the light catches it from different angles, it completely changes in mood and atmosphere. As the grass moves in the breeze, it creates a sensational effect. The orchard at the moment is looking probably at its most picturesque, but the grass is quite tall, but they haven't yet had a collapse. And down by the pond, the flag iris and the water lilies are all looking great. Needs a little bit of a top up. But as you head away from the pond and up towards the house and the parking, at the moment that big clump of roses is just really sensational. And you get the view of the railway. But this rose just gets bigger each year, and the flowers having very delicate scent. Just glorious. But looking out to the Eudophory, there's a lot of things coming up now. The grasses are coming up, the roses have started to flower, and all the plants are bulking up. But that steeper gigantea and the dog rose are simply smashing. And the thalictrum, which is the kind of common thalictrum, is nearly head high and just a marvellous effect, and particularly because the bees love it, just the buzzing. And this delicate mix of the pinks there I really like, so the burnet and the foxgloves. But as you come up to the secret garden, we have a treat, because my cornus has come into flower. Has these funny little bracts, and they'll gradually fade to a deeper pink, but they're a magical thing. Looking across, the walker's low, the Nepeta is doing its thing. Lots of things are coming through, but then the Nepeta is lovely. It's a very good form. It holds its shape a bit better. This iris has just got the one stem, but you can forgive it having just one stem because it is utterly glorious. Across on the wall, the clematis and the solanum are both in full flower, and it's a very nice combination. The deep, rich purple of the clematis and the slightly delicate mauve of the solanum, they go surprisingly well together. Looking back across, as you can see, everything is starting to fill up, and there are some irises. These are the Siberian iris. They're very pretty. And the little sorbus tree, the rowan tree, is in flower. So I'll get a nice crop of berries on that later. That's nicely reflected in the pond from the other angle. But its foot has got this very nice penstem, which I think is called electric blue. And these colours really shouldn't be allowed to go together, but they do. But the pond has got a nice iris going, but it's not all just happening above the ground. So, while we love the iris, we're also very excited because my water lily, which I thought was dead, is not. I have a leaf. I also have newts, which is very exciting, because these are the common newts. And I think that those are great crested newts. But back out by the house, looking across the retaining wall, there's a nice selection of things, and the Allium Christophii are just a bee magnet at the moment, as is that potentilla. Looking across, another clump of the Siberian iris next to the cardoons. They're set off very well against the grey foliage and that against the dark of the yew behind. In this little corner, you've got the alliums, you've got the foxgloves, the irises, and this rose is coming through, which is just a really vivid pink. It goes very well with the foxgloves. It's got that hint of blue in the colour. Wonderful intricacy, and it's got a lovely scent as well. But as I look across the front of the house, you've got that shady corner, which, I have got this magical foxglove. So this is presumably a hybridised one. It's not one I planted. Good crop of valerian along the front of the house. But I'm starting to think the front of the house is a bit bare. I'm contemplating pots and climbers. Something to think about. By the kitchen, nothing very exciting, apart from the almost unpronounceable Allium nectar scordum, which shows up well against the white walls. Turning to the red bed, it's still really all about that orange rose, but there's a few other things coming to join the fun. We've got the poppies, we've got the red hot pokers, and there's some of the smaller things are coming through as well, but the bees love the poppies. But as we turn to the new bed along by the wall, the excitement of the week is that we have peonies. The moment has arrived we'd all been waiting for, and they are spectacular. The intricate, voluptuous blooms and that amazing scent. I've been cutting them in handfuls and having them in the house, and there still seems to be more and more. And as you come along the wall, this rose is a real showstopper. Somehow the combination of the orange and the pink works in a rose. This should not work, but it does. And the glossy leaves are a great foil for the colour. Up in the corner, it's just lovely to be able to look out onto the rest of the garden. And this very deep thalicrum and the aquilegia offset very well by the other foliage. And these iris Perry's blue are still just magnificent. Down by the terrace, these two pillars of clematis are filling that space with scent. And these roses either side are starting to do their thing, which is going to be heavenly too. But these are the plant of the week for me. The scent is dazzling. And as you come back along, the tall Rosa rugosa there with the deep pink is fantastically vivid. And again, as you walk along, you can smell the scent coming off that in waves. And the delphiniums, they're only little, but it is such a glorious colour. And again, the allium and geranium combination there is a very, very happy one. And I'm not the only one that likes it. The bees love the alliums too. And the way they catch the light and shine against the shadow behind. But those geraniums are super special. And I shall leave you with my very first sweet pea of the year.